Hello and good morning. My name is Cody, also known as Just Two Eyes, and I want to welcome you to day 2 of MAVEIN. Make a video every day in November. Off to a good start so far. And today I might as well get right into it since you see how I'm dressed and you see the title. I'm going to talk about my biggest games. As you can probably tell, I've played a lot of video games. And even though there are a lot of games that has actually influenced my life and changed me and made me think more complexly and see things differently about the world, I'm going to talk about only 3 games today. 3 big games in my life that I played over and over and over, and that I know the story back, front, sideways, in and around and everything else. Legend of Zelda. Of course, the first one I played is Ocarina of Time because that was within my generation of the Nintendo 64. So yes, it's my favorite, but it's not, of course it's not the best, but it is my favorite. I remember all of the little things about the game that really made me think. How Link just casually walked off after the Deku Tree died, and to tell him that great story, and he was just like, I remember the first time I found the Mario paintings inside the princess's castle on my own. Before I even heard about it, before I even knew anyone else knew about it, when I saw it, and I was like, first thing I did after that was went to Mario 64 to see if there was any Legend of Zelda stuff. There wasn't, but I did it anyway. I remember that feeling when I saw adult Link for the first time. Even though he's actually just a teenager, but still, it was amazing. He had a little earring in his ear, he looked more serious, straightforward. You could see that he was much more capable of handling himself in this world than Child Link, who was still a badass, by the way. Now, of course, I could go down the list of my favorite song, moment, instance, and everything else in the game, because I know a lot of you have that also. And I would like to know, what are your favorite things about the game? What are the things that stuck out in your mind about it? For me, it was when the Door of Time opened the first time in Temple of Time. When they played the Temple of Time song and the door opened and it got very gospel-y, but also had a very nice orchestrated theme to it. For some reason, that moment, it really stuck. It really hit me, because that let me know that now is when the game is about to hit the fan. And it hit it hard. So that was the moment for me that really made the game. What's yours? Second game on the list that took up a large chunk of my adolescence, not adolescence, it's too young, mid-teenage years, Final Fantasy VII. That game, woo, that took a lot of time. The main reason why that game took up so much of my life is because the very first time I actually played it, I didn't have a memory card. Yeah. So there were days when I had to go to school and I just left the game on because I couldn't save it. My friend who let me borrow the copy didn't have an extra memory card to let me use. So the game was just on. That PlayStation was running for a long time. Of course, after a while, my mom turned it off because, that's what moms do. Love you, Mom, but I'm still pissed about that one. And I played so much of the game too, so much of the game. I actually got to the ending of Disc 1, and that was as far as I could play, because since there was no memory card to transfer over, I could never play Disc 2. So all of Disc 1, I know like nobody's business. I'm not even joking. But Disc 2 and 3, after a while, they seemed kind of foreign to me. They seemed different. They were like, man, I don't know this at all. But it was fun to explore more of the game that I already knew so well, to see that there's a lot more out there. And it was it's just a good time. Just a good time. And of course, I gotta say my favorite moment from Final Fantasy VII. On the train, I believe it was the first time we were on the train. No, the second time we were on the train. We were coming up with the idea, and Barrett was talking to everybody, and Cloud had to go talk to Tifa to look at the map. The reason why that's my favorite moment is because in the original version, I'm not too sure how much they changed it, Barrett cursed sometimes, and some other times he didn't. They put up a little blurred speech, and then other times he would just say shit. Well, What? But it was awesome. That made me genuinely laugh. I was like, it was just funny. I loved it. And the last game on the list is not a throwback, but it kind of is. Mass Effect. The whole Mass Effect trilogy. That game. Oh man. It was... Because to me, I saw the game not as a game. I saw it as a movie. One of my favorite movies that I can watch over and over and over and over. And kind of had a director's cut, limited, you know, like when a DVD, you know, when a good movie comes out with different versions of itself. That's how I saw Mass Effect, which is why I was able to play it so many times over. Had my favorite moments, had my favorite lines. It's just great. Like, I still love those games. I still play those games as hardcore as I can. And it just took up so much of my life. Like, if you actually knew the amount of time that I put into Mass Effect, all 3 games, if you know how much time I put into any game, let's just say it like that. It's kind of sad, but I'm awesome. So it's awesome. And of course, female Shepard is my favorite Shepard to play with, because the voice actress for that, this lady, is awesome. She's a much, much, much better voice actor than male Shepard. You know it's true. She delivers her lines better. She gives it more oomph, more attitude, more charisma, more passion and emotion. Him, it literally sounds like he's reading sometimes. His voice is very generic. It doesn't have character to his voice to say he's a voice actor for a character. It's strange. Like when he gets upset, it sounds like you're getting talked to by your dad. And when he's happy, it just looks weird. So female Shepard wins it across the board for voice acting. My favorite moment in Mass Effect is really sad, and if you have not played all the way up to part 3, this is a big spoiler. So heads up. And Jonathan, this is for you. When I had to kill Rex. After I lied to Rex about the genophage, you know, curing everybody, I did the lie option, and of course it didn't. I just did that to use the Krogans. Rex found out about it, found me in the Citadel, and we had a shootout. And I was actually sad. Because I was committed. You know, when you do something and be committed, I was like, I'm going to be evil. I'm going to be bad all the way through, no matter what. And I had no idea that was going to happen. I didn't. And then I still remember it like it was yesterday, that I had Rex up against the glass, gun to his face. He's like, Shepard, I swear I'm going to kill you. And I'm like, I can't let you tell anybody, homie. This is bigger than me and you. Bow! Shut your face. Rex. So, that game, it touches me. Now I have to ask, what are your favorite moments from these games? Or your favorite moments from any games? Moments that stood out in the game that you still remember to this day. Moments that really made the game for you. That made you say, I love this game. This is the reason why I love this game. But that'll be that. So if you like what I'm doing, you want to see what else I'm doing, like, share, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think, alright? Because I'm always interested to know. So, yeah.